When you think of an interpreter, what immediately comes to mind? Perhaps you think of professionals working for the government or for the United Nations. Maybe you even think about medical or court interpreters. And you would be right. But interpreting can be so much more. The tourist industry in the United States is worth over $220 billion US, and total travel spending hovers around $105 billion. From apparel and luxury items to consumer electronics and more, visitors to the United States are spending. In this Insight Report, we take a look at how interpretation services can benefit the retail industry. We surveyed nearly 200 international travellers with limited English proficiency. These travellers came from 6 non-English speaking countries with the highest tourism to the United States. We've estimated that these international tourists are currently worth $147 billion to the retail industry. If interpretation services were added, this figure could rise to almost $208 billion. Did you know that close to 90% of US tourists buy clothing while visiting, and that 10% of this demographic spends more than $10,000 per trip? How much might these tourists be willing to spend if they had access to interpretation services? Our study revealed that close to 60% of those who spend at least $10,000 per trip would be very likely to spend even more if interpretation services were available. On average, 64% of visitors from Mexico spend over $5,000 on apparel during their visit. 88% of Chinese tourists buy luxury goods, and 91% of Brazilian visitors say they would spend even more if retailers were able to communicate with them in their native language. By 2022, retailers could increase sales by more than $63 billion just by providing interpreting services for customers at the point of purchase. So, how can the retail market offer interpretation services? Do they have to hire a full-time interpreter? What languages should they cater to? With plenty of affordable interpretation technologies to choose from, including interpretation apps that can be easily downloaded onto a smartphone, retailers will be surprised at how quickly their associates can effectively and almost instantly communicate with their international customers. Offering interpretation services in Spanish, Chinese, and Portuguese alone could dramatically increase their return on investment. Tourism is growing, and US retailers who invest in interpretation services have the potential to significantly improve their profit margins. Join us for the full report to learn more about the benefits of interpreting in the retail industry.